Hello everybody, this is Free Time here, and today I want to quickly show you my dribuddy clone, if you will. You've probably seen this on Instagram already, so you've probably ruined it for yourself, but yeah, I got myself one of those dribuddies recently because, well, I'm not going to give too much away, but unfortunately I'm going to have no choice to, because I just realised to make this video I'm going to have to give away exactly what's going on. Okay, recently, you've probably seen this on Instagram, I don't know, so who cares, it's probably ruined anyway. So it's probably going to be in a video coming up anyway about my tumble dryer. So what basically happened was, I was tumble drying some clothes and the damn thing cut off the entire main supply. In fact, let me show you what I mean by that. So in the UK, oh, it's cold in here. We have a such thing called a fuse box or something like that. One day while the tumble dryer was going, the main breaker went, and it's the first time that happened, and I thought it was because I didn't pay my electric bill properly, but no, it's something to do with the actual, what's it, RCCB, and it cut off. And it was irritating because I thought, oh god, I haven't paid my bill and all that, but then I thought, hang on a minute, how come the lights in the hallway were working? So I assumed the fuse box, so I went to the fuse box. Weirdly, this cut out, so I'm guessing it's because it went up to 1,000 degrees. Must have blown the heating element somehow in the dryer, because when I opened it out, a ton of steam flied up the tumble dryer. So yeah, that really pissed me off that day. I mean, it's already cut off on the socket before, and I had to put it in properly to get it to work again, but then it just, you know, tripped the RCD on one side, and it irritated me. So as you can assume with that, I was really annoyed that it tripped the RCD, but I was relieved that we had that such thing in the UK, because if not, the socket probably would have caught fire. So it tripping the RCD, I really didn't trust it ever again to, you know, plug it into some other, you know, socket and use it, even if it was working. So I don't know if it works or not, but I'm just assuming it doesn't work, because the heating element, I think, has completely gone bang. It's died, or is dying, and is causing a really big interference with the RCD. And if it's doing that, that means that my life is at risk if I do it. So I don't want to risk it. So what I'm going to do is, in the future, I'm going to replace the dryer and the socket. Anyway, nothing to do with what this subject's about, really. It's just to explain what happened. But now you know, let's continue. So recently I bought this, a dribuddy clone. Now these things are great. I like these things. You can open it out like so, with great difficulty with one hand. Come on, open, there we are. And then put your clothes in it using hangers. I do have some hangers in my bedroom, and you can also put socks in it, you can also put pants in it, you can put duvets, probably, I don't know, it's small duvet. You can't put a big duvet in anything, it'll be too much for this. That's why you got one of these things called a dryer. And yeah, as I said, you can put your hangers in, so basically it means that you can put your clothes on actual hangers, put it in there, and then the beauty of that is, if you've got a wardrobe, you can put it straight into the wardrobe itself, or if you don't have a wardrobe, use this to keep it like it, but I'm sure it'll get creased or something will go wrong. So probably recommend a wardrobe. And the beauty is it puffs up like a hot air balloon, and it has vents on the top, which is nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear all this mess up that's on the floor, and hopefully there's no information. If so, I'll have to blur it out. It also came with this manual, which was as useful as me pissing into a river. And yeah, what I'm going to do is probably 2 or 3 or maybe a week later, I'm going to power this up again and show you the controls before I actually start my laundry load, and I'll even show you what's inside it. So now I've shown you this, you know, we'll get to that. But first off, before we get anywhere, things like towels and actual bigger towels, I've noticed it went rock hard, even though I put softener in. So it's a bit like using a blow heater really to begin with, so I'm guessing that's probably going to be the same for all the clothes. I'm not sure, but we have to test this thing over time. The best thing about this is you can actually pack it away, so that's one good thing I guess, but I don't want to keep packing it away because I have a horrible feeling that all the poles and shit are going to be, I don't know, rusting, or something won't connect properly ever again. What I'm doing now is letting it cool down basically before I store it away, because I've unplugged it now and I use the main socket obviously. So anyway, for you it will be 5 seconds, but for me it will be like 3 days to a week. So we'll see you then. So yeah, here we are. I'm doing a coat in the washing machine. It's on the anti-allergy or whatever the hell it is. Anyway, I thought I'd quickly show you how this works. Obviously you zip this open. I've already shown you this already, but I'll show you again because I need to catch up myself. I'm remarkably lazy. Anyway, the way it works is you put your clothes in here. You can use hangers, or you can loop it on the top like that if you don't want to use hangers. And just nudging this. There we are. And yeah, the best thing about this is the control gauge. You have absolute control over this, which is excellent. Now I don't know if you can see that, but the timer is right there. It goes up to 180 minutes, and it can also have just on, which is awesome because that means that you can use the timer, or you can just turn it on as a blow heater, but it goes up to 80 something degrees I believe. So I wouldn't recommend using this for a space heater that long. So yeah, very simple. You just turn the timer and off it goes. I've got nothing in there at the moment, but I will show you that in action very quickly. So the washing's now finished. Unfortunately it's a coat, so I won't be needing these two items known as coat hangers. So I'm going to be putting them to one side somewhere away from all this junk everywhere. Yes, the film set is a bit of a scruff mess at the moment. Like, you need to know that. Anyway, what I like to do is take this out, and for coats, really, I like to put it into this dryer, if you can call it that. What I do is I stretch this across like that, so I can actually see what I'm doing. But yeah, this is very wet. I'm trying to find the label end. There it is. So I know exactly how much I need to put on. So I'm going to put this on like this. But normally what you would do with this dribuddy clone is use the hangers. Unfortunately, the hangers are not strong enough to take coats, ironically, because they're supposed to be coat hangers. But what I do is I try and stretch it out as much as I can. It looks like it won't fit, but it will do in the end. So, and then what I do is try and zip it up as much as possible. Pop it over like that, move it to the middle so it's out of the way. And then I move this across like that. And then what I do is for coats, is I put them for 180 minutes, like that. And it's always useful to turn your mains on as well. But yeah, you turn your mains on first, and then you turn the dial to 180. But I did something wrong there, but it's alright. Anyway, as you can see right here, the coat is in there and it's drying nicely. It doesn't matter that it's not on hanger or anything, or if it creases, because it's a coat, basically. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, that's going to heat up. That's going to be 180 minutes. So that's how I use this, basically. Normally what I like to use is hangers, which are over there now. And then what I do is I hang them on there, but sometimes there are some things you can't put on there, like duvets. They're just too damn big for this thing to handle. So for coats, it's fine, you can just stretch it over. For everything else, I use MasterCard. No, I use the hangers to hang like tops and trousers and many other items. But things like coats and many things like other stuff that cannot be dried very well on coat hangers. And not forgetting, coat hangers of this variety are not strong. Look, they bulge like this when you put them on there, and it looks like they're going to snap. I've already snapped the hooks off one of these, so it's possible that you can knacker your hangers. So if it's too weighty, I recommend putting it into the dryer like that. So you know it's hanging over its own thing like a tree stuff. And then what you do is halfway through the cycle, turn it over so that all the moisture and damp and all that stuff comes out of the top of these air vents, because they can actually go rock hard on one side but very damp on the other, I notice with these things. So it's best to flip them over. And now and again when they're on the hangers as well, you've got to be careful because they also go rock hard, and when they feel too dry, take them out while it's drying, because then, you know, it'll save it going hard. I noticed that when these tops were starting to go a little bit too hard in there, so it's recommended to be careful when using this. So that was the dribuddy clone anyway. I hope you enjoyed it. This is the new thing I've got because the other dry is fucked up. Anyway, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.